Hey everyone, this is On Track GP, I'm Jamie Chambers, and this is the F1 penalty points list for the 2023 season and the points the drivers will be taking into the 2024 season. What are the penalty points used for in Formula 1? In 2014, Formula 1 introduced a penalty point system in order to punish drivers who consistently caused accidents during race weekends. F1 originally introduced the penalty point system to better manage consistent poor driving standards. In the past, only wild incidents like Romain Grosjean's crash at the Belgian Grand Prix in 2012 and Mika Häkkinen's first corner antics at the '94 German Grand Prix had warranted FIA intervention. The intent of the mechanism is not specifically to find ways to ban drivers. After all, such punishments are vanishingly rare in F1, with only 6 drivers being hit with formal race bans over the past 40 years. Nigel Mansell, Mika Häkkinen, Michael Schumacher, Eddie Irvine, Jacques Villeneuve, who raced under appeal to 5th in the '97 Japanese Grand Prix before Williams withdrew and they lost the points, and Romain Grosjean. As such punishments have rarely been necessary. Formula 1's penalty point system is in place to keep driver behaviour under control, in the same way as regular road users. Certain in-race offences are punished not only with a time penalty, but also with points, with 12 points on the FIA Super Licence over a 12-month period, resulting in a 1-race ban. Penalty points are issued for driver transgressions, with the amount varying depending on the severity of the incident, and once a year has passed since that particular offence, their points get wiped, meaning they have to be careful to avoid crossing that fateful 12-point threshold. Points carry over from one season to the next, with Pierre Gasly infamously having 10 points to his name, meaning that he had to take extra care to keep out of the trouble in the opening rounds of this season. Gasly was so close to the prospect of falling foul of an unintentional rules breach from just 2 extra points that there was even wild talk that he could earn himself a deliberate sanction to get the ban out of the way and avoid points hanging over him for the 2023 season upon his switch to Alpine. With points staying on a licence for 12 months from when they are handed out, Gasly didn't shake the points off until the 22nd of May. It meant he had to be careful not to pick up any penalties in the first 6 races of the 2023 season, otherwise Alpine would have had to resort to a replacement driver. Currently, there are no drivers in the danger zone, but it does come as a surprise to see what driver currently has the most penalty points to their name. Let's see how the 20 drivers sit at the end of the 2023 season. 0 points. Several drivers on the grid kept their noses clean for the entire season and did not get any serious punishments from the FIA. Those drivers are Alex Albon, Fernando Alonso, Pierre Gasly, Charles Leclerc, Kevin Magnussen, Lando Norris, Esteban Ocon, Oscar Piastri and Daniel Ricciardo. There is of course one inactive driver with unexpired F1 penalty points in Nick De Vries. 2 points expires 2nd of July. These were handed out for forcing Kevin Magnussen off track during the 2023 Austrian Grand Prix. Moving on to 2 points. 5 F1 drivers got 2 penalty points during the season, with Valtteri Bottas and his teammate Zhou Guanyu getting them in Mexico and Hungary respectively, Carlos Sainz, Max Verstappen and Nico Hülkenberg getting them in Australia, Las Vegas and Monaco respectively. Valtteri Bottas. 2 points expires 29th of October. Having had a clean licence all season, Bottas finally sullied his record for 2023 by picking up 2 penalty points after being found predominantly to blame for a collision between himself and Lance Stroll during the Mexican Grand Prix. Zhou Guanyu. 2 points, expires 23rd of July 2024. These were handed out for causing a collision with Daniel Ricciardo during the Hungarian Grand Prix. Nico Hülkenberg. 2 points, expires the 29th of May. Issued at the Monaco Grand Prix for causing a collision with Williams' Logan Sargeant. Carlos Sainz. 2 points, expires 2nd of April 2024. These were handed out for causing a collision with Fernando Alonso during the Australian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen. 2 points, expires 19th of November 2024. These were issued for forcing Charles Leclerc off the track during the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Moving on to 3 points. Yuki Tsunoda. AlphaTauri's Yuki Tsunoda had a much cleaner season in terms of results and incidents on the track. 1 point expires June 4th, 2024. This was awarded for forcing Zhou Guanyu off the track during the Spanish Grand Prix. 2 points expires August 27th. These were handed out for causing a collision with George Russell during the Dutch Grand Prix. Moving on now to 4 penalty points. The Mercedes duo of Lewis Hamilton and George Russell amassed 4 penalty points each, with the 7-time world champion getting 2 points in each of Belgium and Monza. His teammate George Russell got 2 points in both Monaco and Las Vegas. Lewis Hamilton, 2 points expires 29th of July. These were given for causing a collision with Sergio Perez during the sprint race at the Belgian Grand Prix. 2 points expires 3rd of September 2024. These were handed out for causing a collision with Oscar Piastri during the Italian Grand Prix. George Russell. 2 points expires 28th of May 2024. These were handed out for rejoining the track in an unsafe manner at the Monaco Grand Prix, causing a collision with Red Bull's Sergio Perez. 2 points expires 19th of November 2024. These were issued for causing a collision with Max Verstappen at the Las Vegas Grand Prix. We now move on to 5 penalty points and 1 singular driver in Lance Stroll. Aston Martin's Lance Stroll had yet another inconsistent season in terms of performance and his tendency to cause an incident in most races. 2 points expires 9th of July 2024, issued for a collision also involving Pierre Gasly during the 2023 British Grand Prix. 3 points expires 17th of November 2024. These were handed out for overtaking under a yellow flag conditions at the Las Vegas Grand Prix. We now move on to 6 penalty points, the halfway mark for your FIA Super Licence. Logan Sargeant. Williams' Logan Sargeant earned 6 times as many penalty points than championship points in his rookie season in the sport. He got 2 penalty points in 3 races this season: Monza, Mexico and Japan. 2 points expires 3rd of September. These were issued for causing a collision with Valtteri Bottas during the Italian Grand Prix. 2 points expires 24th of September. Handed out for causing a collision with Valtteri Bottas during the Japanese Grand Prix. 2 points expires 28th of October 2024. These were awarded for a failure to comply with a yellow flag during qualifying for the Mexican Grand Prix. Now finally we move on to 7 penalty points and top of our penalty point list, Sergio Perez. Perez was the only driver on the grid to amass 7 penalty points in the 2023 season. His first point, which expires on the 17th of September 2024, was issued for causing a collision with Alex Albon during the Singapore Grand Prix. A further 2 points, which expires the 24th of September 2024. These were awarded for overtaking Fernando Alonso under a safety car conditions at the Japanese Grand Prix. Another 2 points were awarded and they expire in the 24th of September. These were handed out for causing a collision with Kevin Magnussen at the Japanese Grand Prix. Another 2 points, which expires the 26th of November 2024. These were given for causing a collision with Lando Norris at Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Perez banged wheels with Norris in turn 6 hairpin in the season finale, and despite the Red Bull driver protesting his innocence, he was given a 5-second time penalty for his troubles. So, going into the 2024 season, Sergio Perez will have to keep his nose clean, or at least not amass another 5 points until the 17th of September, which is 17 races of the calendar. Could Sergio Perez go one farther than Pierre Gasly and be the first driver to be banned for 12 penalty points? With 17 races to avoid picking up points, this may become a real possibility. There is some hope for Perez, however. The issue of points totting up and being thrust under the spotlight that year with Pierre Gasly found himself in danger of being forced to sit out a Grand Prix for relatively small rules breaches. Following Gasly's discussion with the FIA, it is understood that the governing body agreed to review matters over the winter to see if changes were required. After talks between the rule makers, the teams and the drivers, it was agreed that the stewards would, from the start of the 2023 season, take a much more considered approach when it came to dishing out penalty points. With the original intention of the penalty point system being to prevent dangerous driving, the FIA will continue to hand out points for offences that are deemed unsafe. However, for rules breaches that are more sporting related, such as track limits breaches, then no points will be given from now on. The new approach had an impact right from the season opening Bahrain Grand Prix when the stewards handed out sporting sanctions without penalty points. And that is our roundup of the current grid and Nick de Vries' penalty points going into the 2024 F1 season. What are your thoughts on the current penalty point system? What would you change to improve the system and penalties in general? Who do you think is likely to rack up the most points next season? And do you think Sergio will be the first driver to get all 12 points? Let us know what you think in the comments, and remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. This has been On Track GP. I've been Jamie Chambers. Keep the pedal to the metal, and I'll catch you in the next video.